Hey everyone, so here's my leg vise, and I had it mounted back on this bench, but wasn't really working out for me. Now this is the leg vise I made a bracket for about 3 years ago, I believe, and that link will be up. Actually, you know what? That bracket was pure rubbish, so don't worry about watching that video. So I'm going to be making a new bracket for this, new spring. But before I do that, I'm going to actually address the jaws. It's not that easy to see, but the jaws don't actually close properly. Like, they don't really meet up too well. So I'm going to address that first and then get into the rest of the stuff. Yeah, let's get to it. So here I'm just grinding down any rust and trying to get to bare steel. And also I'm looking at the sparks I'm flying to make sure that this is actually steel and not cast iron. Cast iron normally does a really dark orange color. Because this is more of a yellow orange, I know this is steel. And based on the little flares coming off, guessing this is either low carbon steel or medium carbon steel. Ooh, nice and shiny. I am preheating this to somewhere between 350 Fahrenheit and 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure if I really needed to do this, but I figured I might as well just to prevent any cracking. And the rods I'm going to use, I'm just going to use 60-13 rods on this. And I think these are 1/8 inch rods, and I was running around 130 amps. And all I'm doing is doing some build-up beads to build up the steel. And of course, after each bead, chipping and wire wheeling. And I did do a post heat afterwards, and this is actually the next day. I'm just going to use my cup grinding wheel to get all the beads down to a nice flat surface and bring the jaws down to close to where the final shape is going to be. And now I'm going to follow up with 80 grit flap disc. I'm going to just take out any of the deep grinding marks as well as chamfer the ends. And now I'm just taking my digital gauge just to see how far off I am from that back leg to the jaws. And right now I'm at 3 degrees, and I decided, you know, that should do. Now I'm going to actually make the other jaw match this one, so I didn't think that was going to be a big issue. And now I'm just taking a file to it just to take any high spots down. As you can see in this video, I have a little bit of a low spot in the middle there. So I'm just taking down the edge so this can be nice and flat. And now I'm drawing the file over just to smooth it out a little bit. Now I'm going to be working on the spring for it, and this I just took a chunk from F-150 coil spring. Here I'm taking it down as much as my press will take it. And I think I got a little bit shy of a 1/4 inch. And it just happened to work out to a perfect width for the leg vise. Now I'm just doing a little curl on the end. This is going to be the bottom part of it. And here I'm just doing a little bit of an angle on the end. This goes underneath the bracket. And on first try, I actually got pretty good. Now here I'm doing the main bracket that's going to hold the vise to the back bracket. And I kind of just threw the steel into... Oh, this is embarrassing. I just threw the steel into, you know, grab what I had laying around that would work and threw it in the forge and said, yeah, it's a couple of 90-degree bends. I can do that. I really didn't plan this out very well. And that's going to bite me very shortly that I didn't plan it out. My idea was just to work from one side of the piece and do my 90-degree bends. This is definitely not the way you want to do it. Also, this steel is actually a little bit thicker than I probably need. This is close to 3/8. Thick flat bar. Probably could have got away with only 1/4 inch, but this is what I had in the shop at the time. And here I thought I was just going to be able to tuck this underneath the post vise and wrap it around. But the one thing I didn't think of is that the eye that the screw box goes into sticks out a lot more than the leg. So I actually couldn't get it to hold down nicely. And here's when I realized this is not going to work. Okay, new plan. I cut the piece to the length I actually need, bent both tabs, and then I was just going to bring down the middle to make that U shape. Now, of course, now thinking back to all this would have been so much easier just to make that U first and then do the tabs afterwards. But eventually I do get it. And now I'm just tightening everything up, making sure it's all straight and, you know, as best as I can at this point. Now we're moving on to the bottom plate that the post is going to mount to. And this is just some 5/8 plate I had floating around, just drilling 4 holes in each corner. Well, drilling a hole in each corner. And welding the post to the plate. I'm just trying to find the high spot, weld that down. Double checking to see how my square is, or how level I am, and I didn't actually need any adjustments on that, so I just finished welding it. And here I'm just welding the back bracket to the post. Everything is just loosely bolted right now. And then for the bottom, I didn't actually have any square tube that actually fit around this post, so I just took 2 pieces of angle iron and made my own square, basically. Okay, well, there's my new stand for it. Still have to figure out exactly in the shop where I'm going to bolt it down to the ground, but it will get bolted down. Also, I haven't actually taken the time to wire wheel it. I don't know how I feel about wire wheeling it and doing an oil. I kind of like the kind of rusty look that it currently has, so I'm probably going to leave it how it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.